more. Now it's time to get closer into the life of one Danny Green. As a man who now has 2 children, I think you are well aware of the stages of life for us humans. And what we wanted to do is kind of compare them to the stages of life for teams around the NBA. This is our unique way to preview the NBA season. So stage of life, Danny, Milwaukee Bucks.
Let's do it. I'm going to run through these fairly quickly because I don't think they get into it that deep. But for the Milwaukee Bucks, I've never had one of these before, but I can imagine it's kind of wild and a frenzy. And I don't know what they got going on, but to me, I think they're in a midlife crisis stage. Like they're trying to figure out whether they're going to be young, when they're going to be old. Like they accept what they are. They're trying to figure out how to keep Giannis, this coaching staff, who they're paying. They're just in a frenzy, bro. So I'm just going to put them in the midlife crisis stage. And I don't know if Giannis ends the season in Milwaukee. A lot of people are betting he's not. Talking about trades to the Knicks, we're seeing what teams have good trade value and pieces and where he should go. So Milwaukee's in shambles right now. For the next team,
the Milwaukee Bucks, getting Miles Turner and still deciding to getting for the Milwaukee Bucks. Let me run that back. For the Milwaukee Bucks to basically still have Damian Lillard on their books, right? And then get Miles Turner is like a 50-year-old man who has a house, wife, kids, has it all, and just like, yo, let me go get this new BMW. It's like, yo, there's no need to do this. You have, if you're walking out of a marriage, right, Danny? If you're walking out of a marriage, you're not about to go buy a new luxury car. Right, that's the last thing you should be. If a man and his wife or a wife and his husband about to call it quits, the last thing you want to go do is purchase a house. Wait until the papers are finalized before you start doing something crazy like that. That's when I saw that move. I'm like, did y'all get confirmation? Crisis. Did y'all? Yeah, exactly a midlife crisis. Did y'all get confirmation that Giannis even wants to stick around? You want to keep the beauty, you want to keep the bride, but the bride don't care what you bring in the house no more. It's over. Like, I don't get it.
It's a wrap, bro.
I don't get it. It's
trying to save the marriage with a bunch of material items. Knock it off. All right.
All right, let's go to the Toronto Raptors.
They're in college right now, bro. They're trying to find themselves. They're trying to find out who they are, what they want to major in. We don't know. They have a lot of great talent, a lot of good pieces, right? Guys that are similar to each other. We don't know how they're going to fit well just yet. We haven't seen enough of them playing, but they do have some good pieces. There's so many avenues they can go to major in life, but I think they're trying to become adults and find themselves. They're in the stage of being older teens, young adults, and trying to become a man. So for them, we got to see how they stack up together with that group. But ultimately, I put them in the college phase where they're just having fun, young, but at the same time, trying to figure out what they want to be in life and what kind of adulthood they want.
And it feels like maybe they're all in college and they all are kind of like haven't declared their major yet. Like we don't really know what RJ Barrett is. We don't really know what Scotty Barnes is. We don't really know, frankly, who Brandon Ingram is. And it's not even like they're in college and they're all in the same fraternity, Danny. It feels like, I don't know how familiar our audience is with, the black fraternities, but like some are Kappas, some are Alphas, some are Q dogs. Yeah, they all, like these guys all don't fit with each other. Like it's not even like you can say, oh, they're all Alphas or they're all Qs or they're all, Kappas or whatever they might be, so they could move in unison. This seems like a disjointed team of talented young men, but they do seem disjointed. All right, let's go. Circle of life. Knicks.
They're in now. They haven't only been together for a couple of years, but this is the analogy. They're in the 10-year relationship phase with the city and the fans, and it's make or break time. Are we getting married or what? They need to make something happen quick and do a grand proposal. Because if not, she's leaving, bro. She's not sticking around. There's a time and moments where they're either going to propose or you had a standstill or she's out the door. She's waited long enough. If she's dated you for 10, 12 years and you have not even thought about proposing, you're in a bad situation, my friend. So I compare the Knicks in a long-term engagement. They're engaged for a long time and no plans of making a wedding. There's no wedding plans in sight.
I think that's more like the Cavaliers, bro. I think the Knicks, I would say this. They're like the Knicks fans are still in a honeymoon phase. You know, here we go. Oh, my bad. The Knicks we're past the infatuation phase of dating.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the first 3 months, it's all lovey and dovey. You know, you just want to do everything with each other. And now we find out, is this team for real?
Okay.
Like, was it
so
just
like
fun?
2 or 3 years, and you move in. You finally move in together.
Yeah, so we're moving in now. We're moving in
together. And now what are we right now?
What are we?
Are we gonna make a break? Are we gonna last? Are we for real? So yeah, that's maybe about. I still think they haven't had a championship in so long, and now.
But it's not about the other Knicks teams. It's about this Knicks team. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep moving. All right,
I understand it's only been 2-3 years, but we're waiting for a ring, and y'all got 2 years to get this damn proposal done. If you don't, ain't gonna be no wedding. Ain't gonna be no wedding.
Indiana Pacers.
Indiana Pacers. They're the young adult in the dating phase. They're trying to figure out what they, it's kind of similar to the College of Toronto. They're trying to bounce back, obviously, some injuries.
They're out of college, though. They're out of college. We know who they are.
They have a solid job. You know what I'm saying? They know who they are. They're just trying to find that match that can make them their home a household. You know what I'm saying? Who can I settle down and have kids with? Who can I, long-term relationship with? They have everything else in place. They have the job. They're in shape. They're fit. Have a good single lifestyle.
Careers in line.
Careers in line. Now they're just looking for a mate or a partner that they can, solidify their lifestyle, their household with. So yeah, they're in the dating phase, trying to figure out, who do we want to go marry rich? Do we want to marry somebody that has a great job? Do we want somebody just to stay home and take care of the kids? Or, obviously, ultimately, it's just really who is compatible with me that I can be in share space with, for a long-term deal. How do we stay in this phase of life of they're living their best life right now as an individual, like a single man. How do I still live my best life finding a significant other?
I would say for Pacers fans, it almost feels like you're about to be emotionally unavailable, at least for a year. You know what I'm saying? No Tyrese Halliburton, Miles Turner is gone. You gotta shut down emotions for a year.
There might be, you could say this might be a breakup year. It might be, a breakup after like a good 2-year relationship.
Maybe not a breakup, but a break.
Pause.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go vacation for a year. Take a
she went abroad to study abroad. She went to study abroad somewhere. So I got a little break.
Y'all, you might get right eventually, but like just take some time off, shut it down emotionally, and see where you at a year from now.
Mm-hmm.
That's